What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all come on in here. We're here to talk about Belle Collective season 7, episode 2. And then we are immediately going into our tribe meeting. Y'all got a busy day. Got a lot of content for y'all today. So when we leave here, the chat is going to automatically shoot you over to our tribe meeting. We're going to do our tribe meeting, and then um we're doing traders at, I think it was 6 o'clock my time. We're doing traders, and then we're doing chasing Atlanta, I think at 7:15. And then of course, we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it's a busy day. Keep your notifications on, honey. Keep your notifications on. We got a lot to talk about today. All right, so let's get into Belle Collective. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. This episode didn't really give me a whole lot, but we're gonna talk about it. As my boy Cat used to say, the episode gave what it gave, so I'm gonna give it what I got. Okay, that's what we're doing. So we are still at the Love Jones party. And where we left off was Glenn did this love story, and you guys, if y'all are in the chat, I can't hold on. Let me see. Are y'all not talking, or is there something going on with the chat? Sometimes I can't tell if it's that y'all just might not be talking, and that's fine. I just don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something. Okay, y'all just not talking. Okay, that's cool. I just don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all because it says it's 26 people in here and ain't nobody saying nothing. But okay, there you go. I just listen. Sometimes StreamYard be tripping. I just wanted to make sure. It's okay. So Glenn gets to the end of the poem and he's like, "Do you still love me?" And it was a long pause. Now let me say something. I can see you guys now. Yeah, I can see you, Miss Pretty Amazing. I can see you now. Hey, Lemon Kush. Hey, Lady Dear Artistry. Lady D Artistry. It's okay. Look, it's okay if y'all not talking. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't StreamYards. But I got y'all. I see y'all coming in now. So yeah, they said it's more child. It's doing something outside because I was gonna run to the store, but I looked outside. I said, "Oh no, I'm good. I don't need nothing." I was just gonna run to get me a bag of chips, child. I don't need no chips. I'm good. I don't need nothing. So here's what I'm gonna say about this. There's blame on all sides of this situation because number one, Glenn, you know you and your wife are not in a good situation. You can do your your little love poem. You can do your love poem, but when you asked her, "Do you love me?" and you put her on the spot, that's the problem. Like, we're not good. We're not in a good space right now. So you can do your love Jones, vibe, and you can just write the poem to me. But when you wanted me to respond back, now you've put me in an awkward situation. Yes, at the end of the day, I love you. I'm not, but right now, we're in a bad spot. So you're trying to put me in a situation where I have to say something publicly, then you're gonna hold me to it later. Because that's how Glenn is. So oh, y'all, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not coming down with something. It feels like allergies. It doesn't feel like a cold. It feels like allergies. But anyway, but then my other issue was the crowd. Say yes. Say yes. Girl, just say yes. Listen. Glenn, you put everybody in an awkward situation. And you made it awkward for everybody. Thank you. Well, everybody except for Latrice, that is, because Latrice don't give a damn, child. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So then the bells are sit. So after that, Latrice says, "Listen, I'm having not Latrice, Letitia. She says, look, I'm having my Friendsgiving brunch. Everybody's invited." And of course, she was very clear to say everybody is invited. Because of course, her and Latrice are not in a good space. So that was her way of letting Latrice know, look, you are good. Then here comes Shante, bootleg Nia Long ass. She gonna come over there and she gonna talk to Latrice, talking about some. What's going on between you and Latrice? I mean, you and Leticia. I mean, are y'all good? I mean, are you gonna apologize to her? I'm with Latrice on this. First of all, I don't know you. I mean, I might know you, but I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? Why are you addressing me about a situation that don't have shit to do with you? What's up, Ravine? Hey, boo. Why are you addressing me about a situation that has nothing to do with you? Why are you talking to me, ma'am? And then I'm with Latrice when I say, I feel like Leticia done sent her because it was just awkward and weird. And it was like, who are you? Why are you talking to me? I was with Latrice on this one. Now, Shante was out of line, but again, right, apologize for what? Because I don't understand what Latrice is supposed to apologize for. Because to be honest, at this point, I feel like that stuff last season, first of all, that season last year should have just been a throwaway season. It was just a mess. But even if we go back to last year with that whole situation with the girl in the DMs, what's her name? Amanda. Even if we go back to all of that, like at the end of the day, I don't know. I just don't care about it. And I just think we need to just move on from it. Because Glenn is for the streets. And Leticia, you can't be mad at somebody for letting you know that your husband is for the streets. Now, how it was done, I do think it was a little effed up how Amanda chose to bring it to the group. And whether Latrice had something to do with it or not, at this point, child, I don't know and I don't care no more. Moving right along. So with that being said, so then we have Leticia going to a business meeting and we see her getting out this BMW. Listen, let me tell you something. I've been doing this long enough that I'm not impressed by none of that. You were driving a Porsche, now you're driving a BMW. In my mind, all you did was trade in your lease. You were leasing that Porsche, and then you went back to that dealership and you traded in that Porsche and you got you a BMW. It's a nice car, but that don't impress me, if I'm being honest. Just like that damn Cybertruck that Latrice is riding around, it don't impress me. That shit is ugly as fuck. And it's ugly. That's all I got to say. And you purchased it after. If you didn't know who Elon Musk was before, we all know who Elon Musk is now. And you wanting to make a statement on your wealth was more important than what this man has done or is currently doing. Again, a lot of people are driving. My best friend has a Tesla, and I don't expect her to go out and sell it. But she purchased the Tesla 2 years ago, right? But I just have to side, and I know that's going down a different road, but I just got to side out that a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I don't want nobody talking about, well, this car dealer does this and these dealerships did that. I understand that, but Elon Musk is just so front and center with everything that I just, so I'm not impressed by it. I don't care that you have one of them ugly. I didn't like the ugly ass Cybertrucks anyway. So neither here nor there. What I will say, you know, the person that I'm impressed with the most out of this show. And it's probably the person that probably has the most money, maybe after Latrice, because Latrice probably got a good little piece of change. Marie Monroe. Baby, Marie will pull up in a Toyota Camry and don't give a damn. Marie will pull up in her work truck and don't give a damn. You know why? Because impressing y'all is not on her list. I'm sure Marie can afford a Mercedes, a BMW, a Lexus, a Tesla, all of the things. I'm sure she can afford all of them. But baby, she will pull up in that damn Nissan Altima and probably got more money than everybody else on this show. Like I said, outside of maybe Latrice, because I do think Latrice business is she's good, solid business wise. But that's what impresses me, the fact that Marie really don't feel like she got to impress y'all. I laugh every time I see Marie pull up. She don't give a damn. You hear me? Anyway. Right, why show your real car? Right, and make you, because that's probably not what she ride. Those are probably her company cars. Those cars are probably leased to her business. The car she drive in real life probably, it might be flashy, but you know, whatever. So anyway, the other thing that don't impress me, Leticia, is you sitting up in this meeting with all these people. You got an assistant and an assistant to the assistant and the assistant of the assistant. Girl, who paying all these people? And with what? Your bail bondsman money? And before y'all come for me, I'm not saying you can't make good money with being a bail bondsman. I have friends who do bail bondsman and they make good money. They make a good living. That ain't what I'm saying. But they don't have an assistant and the assistant to the assistant and then the production assistant to the assistant of the assistant. Who the fuck was all them people, Leticia? You made one pilot for your talk show and you got this my producer. And one of them guys that's her assistant, ain't he the same one you had counseling you and Glenn last week? Ain't he the same one that was supposed to be counseling y'all? What does this man do for a living? Am I wrong? Ain't that the same man? Hey, Scotty Boo. I just was like, what? What are we doing right now? What are we doing right here? So she's sitting there having this meeting about nothing because you talking about this talk show that we still ain't seen. We ain't seen the pilot. We ain't seen the episode. They filmed this shit 3-4 months ago. Hell, no one, Carlos King, they might have filmed this thing 8 months ago. You don't have no YouTube channel with no videos. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen no clips on Instagram, TikTok, nothing. Where's the show, Leticia? Where is the show? But you got production assistants and executive assistants and assistants to the assistants. If you don't sit your ass down somewhere and do something. She talking about something. I do a Friendsgiving every year. When? Since when? Every year you got a new brunch that you do every year. When? We ain't never heard you talk about no Friendsgiving. So then Shante come in there. And why is Latrice sitting there like the Godfather? Talking about something. I called you down here today to talk to you about what happened at the Love Jones party. Girl, who the fuck you talking to? Why are you talking to Shante like she is your child? I just wanted to let you know that was out of line. I'm handling Latrice the way I'm handling Latrice. I don't need your help. Girl. Now, let me be clear about something. I don't know if you put Shante up to that or if Shante was auditioning for a bail. I don't know which happened. Either way, Shante, you overplaying your hand, my love. If you trying to get on the show, you overplaying your hand because you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And if you so mad, where was you last season? When all that stuff was happening, where were you, girl? Hold on, y'all. I got to blow my nose. Hold on. Look, 73 Shay, that's what I'm saying, boo. I don't know if that was the plan or she went rogue. But neither here nor either way, it fell flat because it was not needed. Girl, nobody asked you for your help. And like I said, I was like Latrice. I would listen. Latrice just she who are you? If you don't get out my face, I would have exactly what Latrice gave is what I would have gave. If you don't get out my face, who are you talking to? Who are you? Why are you talking to me? Shante is whack. Look at y'all. Scotty says she was there last season, but the scene was cut out. She got into it with Amanda. Ooh. Well, then they should have. See, that's what I'm talking. Now, that's the kind of stuff that we need. We need that. We need that continuity. We should have seen that scene, and then maybe we would. I still would feel like Shante did too much, but then maybe we would be like, okay, well, what's going on? I knew Shante had been around, but we had never really seen her this much. I feel like. Oh, Latrice said, why are you even mic'd? Ooh, not Latrice broke the fourth wall, though. Now, next we see Latrice meeting up with Amanda and with Shante. And I meant to say, not Shante, the dance moms lady. What the lady name? The dance moms lady. And I meant to say this last week. Baby, I love that Bob. What her name? Scotty, what her name? I love that Bob. That she wearing in her confessional. Baby, the Bob is bobbing. The Bob is bobbing. And I was here for it. I was here for the Bob bobbing. So the ladies meet up. Carlos, can you please show everything? Right. Selena, thank you, boo. I just think that was a scene. If you're going to bring Shante in this season, or at least give us a flashback and be like unseen footage or something, give me something. But either child, neither here nor there, child, neither here nor there. So the ladies are meeting up for lunch. Cliff is in Colombia with his boys, doing whatever the hell he was doing. Oh, that was hot. Oh, burn my tongue. Let me tell y'all something. Scotty is my friend in real life. Scotty has my phone number. Scotty knows shit about me that we'll never talk about publicly and vice versa. Scotty, let me tell you something. If I ever tell you that my boyfriend done went down to the Colombia on a boys trip, unless you know something for certain, don't be talking about, oh, he must be down there cheating. You know what they do down in Colombia. Oh, you know he got... Don't do that. Now, if you know something, you know you better tell me. But don't be all in your... Don't do that. I don't need you doing that. Okay? I don't need you all in my ear talking about, oh, well, you know he cheating on you. Girl, what? And I just feel like both of them said it, and they kept going. Like, they didn't just say it as a joke. They kept going to the point where if she felt some kind of way because she called Cliff. She felt some kind of way because she called Cliff. Now, let's be clear. Cliff may have been down to the Columbia doing everything they said he was doing. I don't know. But don't put that out there. If you my friend, don't put that out there. Now, if you know something, say something. But don't do that. Anyway. Right. You planting unnecessary seeds in my head. This show is so fake and its characters are faker. Shante is doing too much with her medium clothes. Not her medium clothes, her bad hair. Selena look good. That's it. That's all for me. I'm mad at this medium clothes though. Ciao. Anyway, so Latrice has Amanda, and she's clear to let us know that Amanda has more to offer than what we saw last season, and she likes Amanda. Okay. She lets the ladies know she is not going to Friendsgiving because she's not trying to be fake. Okay. Cliff is his age, not 25. No need to work. Shit. I ain't gonna say that now. And let's be clear. I ain't saying Cliff ain't down there doing no dirt, but if you my friend, I don't need you putting that in my head unless you know something. But don't just be playing around about that shit. I ain't doing that. Don't do that. I mean, maybe some other people cool, but I ain't cool. Don't do that. What's up, Leslie? Hey, boo. If your friend is going to bring you on, make sure all is on point. Well, now that's true. That's true. If Scotty bring me on his show, he better make sure I know so I can make sure my hair and my makeup is good and my outfit is cute. You right. Don't be springing shit on me. Don't have to talk about something. We're going to put you on the show. And then I get down there and I'm looking all crazy. You right. You right. Scotty. Hey. You invite me down there to film for the scene at the ghetto gays of Atlanta. You better make sure I'm on point. That's what the people said. You know Scotty would never set me up like that. But then Latrice drops a bomb, and Latrice says, listen, the reason why I'm really not effing with Leticia like that, it don't even have nothing to do with all that stuff from last year. I found out that she has been going behind my back and been reaching out to my former employees trying to get dirt on me. And then she specifically says that Leticia reached out to Josh. Now, we remember Josh. He was on the show, and it didn't end very well, the reunion. Josh was very upset and crying. And I heard Josh actually moved away from Jackson. I don't know if he's back now or him and Teresa just in communication. But she said that Leticia reached out to him to basically, I guess, get dirt on her. Now, let me say something. Let me say this to y'all. Because you have a history of doing things like this, Leticia, it's going to be hard for people to believe you didn't do this. I'm going to say it one more time. You have a history of doing this. He's still in Nashville. Okay. You have a history of doing this. We remember what you did to Tambra. And I feel like you did it to somebody else, but we know you did it to Tambra. You have a history of reaching out to people off camera to get dirt to bring it on camera. So it will be very hard for people to believe you did not do this. Also, we know that Latrice got a whole lot of ex-employees floating around Jackson from the restaurant, because every time she talk about the restaurant, they just hired a new this, we just hired a new that. And we know that video went viral of that lady that got into it with Cliff. I wonder if that's the other person she's talking about that she reached out to. Now, if I'm being honest, if I was Leticia and I was looking for some dirt on Latrice, I would reach out to her too. Because Carlos, why we ain't talked about that on camera? Why Latrice ain't had to talk about all the things that she got going on down to the taste? Why she ain't had to tell us how she had to go before the city council and them people trying to shut her restaurant down? Even though, like I said before, after I read the article, it seemed like Latrice did everything she could have done, and her attorneys are really trying to work with the community. But that don't change the fact that was in the paper. Why we not talking about that, Carlos? Why we not talking about that clip that went viral of that lady that claimed that Cliff put his hands on her? Why we not talking about that on camera? See, that's the kind of shit that we need to be talking about instead of all this. We don't care about no brunches. We don't want, Carlos, we don't want to see another damn brunch. We don't give a damn about these brunches. So I'm going to be honest with you. If I was Leticia, I ain't saying I wouldn't do it. I ain't saying I wouldn't do it. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. Y'all ain't got to like it, but I'm telling y'all the truth. I ain't saying I wouldn't call up that girl and be like, girl, tell us what happened. Did Cliff really put his hands on you? Did the police get called? Did you file a police report? Are you going to sue? I ain't going to tell you I wouldn't have done it. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Because why it's not on camera? Why does Latrice get away with not talking about shit every season? She is the Giselle Bryant of Belle Collective, because she don't talk about shit. Blood clots, which is very serious. I'm not taking away how serious blood clots are. But girl, that's your storyline, is that you had blood clots? But Latrice, Leticia, girl, I believe you did it. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. Because your past speaks for itself, girl. I believe you did it. Talk about I don't even know Josh's last name. Girl, everybody know Josh's last name. I could look up Josh's last name. Girl, stop it. And what reason would Josh have to lie? He ain't even been on the show in 2 seasons, and him and Treese ain't even like they used to be. What reason he got to make up a lie about you? Yes, they have. I know them folks for real. Yes, they have. What you talking about, Scotty? What, that Leticia done reached out to them people? I believe it. Listen, I believe she reached out to them people just like we know she went and reached out to Tambra's ex-boyfriend. I believe it. Right, Leticia is a Belle's bondsman. She can find that boy's name. I'm sorry, he's not a boy. He's a man. He can find that man's name. Chaba. Anyway, so I believe it, Latrice. I believe it. Now, we get to the brunch. I don't care. I just told you I don't care about no brunches. I don't give a damn about these brunches. Although I do think the questions that they asked while the ladies were eating, I did think that was cute. I thought that was a nice moment. I did. Now that I will say I thought was really cute. Oh, now you're referring to the comment about Latrice and Amanda being friends. Oh. Yeah, no, they are. They're friends. No, they really, from my understanding, well, I know that's what you said, Scotty, but I'm just going to repeat what Scotty said. From my understanding, they are friends in real life. Really be someone was questioning the friendship. Oh, got it. And why was the brunch at night? That is not a brunch. That is dinner. What are we doing here? You don't get to change the rules of what the girl. It's in the name. Brunch is breakfast and lunch combined. You don't get to have an event at 8 o'clock at night and call it brunch just because you want to call it a brunch. It is dinner with breakfast food. That is what you call it. It's dinner, but it has breakfast food. It is not a brunch. Just because you decide to call it, you can't just call it a brunch. Brunch is breakfast and lunch. It is the time of day. It is that time between breakfast and lunch. That is brunch. Now, I know that we as Black folk have extended brunch until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but brunch is really like, 10, 11 o'clock. That is a brunch. You can't have brunch at 9 o'clock. Who told you that, Leticia? You can't change the rules. That is not. That's not how that works. When it was dark, I said, why is it dark? Why is it dark outside and these people talking about brunch? That is not how this works. Just making shit up now. Anyway, moving right along. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. I really don't know nothing that happened at that brunch because I don't care nothing about that brunch. All I know that happened at that brunch is that Latrice sent them fake ass flowers, which I don't even think Latrice sent. I think production gave them flowers to Tambra to go and say these came from Latrice, because why the hell would she? I love breakfast for dinner too, but you know what that's called? Dinner. It is not called brunch. But listen, I'm a breakfast person. I will eat breakfast for dinner. I will take me to a restaurant where they have waffles on the menu or pancakes and eggs on the menu. I'm going to order it because I love breakfast food. But you know what I don't call it? I don't call it brunch. I call it dinner. Moving right along. Ooh. I think I left that tea bag in there a little too long. It's strong. Ooh. Moving right along. So, what happened after the brunch? Shit, I don't remember. Selena's having her birthday party. It is her 50th birthday party. Girl, you look good for 50, okay? It is her 50th birthday party. She has invited all of the Belles, including Shante, Latrice, and Leticia. And she says that, I don't know where everybody stands, but it's my party, and I'm going to invite who I want to invite, and y'all need to govern yourselves accordingly. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, because listen, at the end of the day, when I'm throwing a party for myself, I'm going to invite the people that I F with. And if y'all don't F with each other, at the end of the day, we are all adults. You need to govern yourselves accordingly. If you don't F with him, stand on the other side of the room. If you don't F with her, you stand on the other side of the room. This is a big old venue. You ain't got to talk to each other, okay? It's a Brenner. Oh, right, it's a Brenner. I like that name. It's a Brenner. Now, Glenn and Matt go to play basketball because Glenn don't have Cliff as a friend anymore. He got to have a friend. So Matt, I guess, got to be his friend. So Matt reached out to Glenn to talk to him about what's going on between him and Leticia and let him know, look, man, we here for each other, man. CMB, we all we got, And first of all, Matt whooped Glenn's ass in some basketball, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Because Glenn was talking all that shit. He scored the first point, and then Matt was like, let me just go on and get this shit over with. Let me go ahead so we can get to the end. Because I know we can't film the scene until I finish whooping his ass in some basketball. Baby, why Glenn ain't score another damn point? Not nail one. Not close. Not even. And they basically had a conversation where Glenn was basically saying how things ain't good between him and Leticia. He want to work things out, but she switches up on him. You know, one minute he think they good, and the next minute he back in the doghouse. Well, stop doing shit to get put in the doghouse, sir. It's real easy, Glenn. Stop effing up. And let me say this. Leticia, you telling on yourself. You are telling on yourself. You know why? And let me be fair. I didn't watch the reunion last year, so maybe she said this at the reunion. But the way that you are acting, the way that you are treating Glenn, the way that you are responding to what happened last season makes me think that everything Amanda was saying is true, and that you know that there was more to what the story was than what they showed us. Because if you already saw all those messages and you already knew about the flirting or whatever, and that was before the two of y'all got back together and rededicated yourself, why are you so mad? Hey Nisa, what's up, boo? Like, I don't, and again, I didn't watch the reunion, so maybe she clarified some stuff at the reunion, but why are you so mad? You said that you knew all of this, and Amanda was lying, and Latrice set you up, and you don't know why people just be coming for you and your marriage and you and your husband. So, girl, if that's the case, then what you mad about? Why you still not talking to this man? Why are you what are you mad about? If none of that information was new information to you, what we mad about? So you telling on yourself and you letting it be known that you saw something in them text messages that you didn't know about. I agree. He don't want to work things out. He wants things his way. And is it me? Or did he seem more upset about the fact that he's no longer friends with Cliff? Did he seem about his wife? Is it me? Because he seemed real upset about the fact that him and Cliff ain't friends no more. I feel like he was more upset about that than is it me? I'm just saying. And I'm not insinuating that anything is going on between the two of them. I'm insinuating that he's more upset about losing the friendship he had with Clifton. It seemed to be about what he got going on at home. Don't nobody take it left. I'm not insinuating that there's any fooling around, any fool-la-la going on. Right, Xavier, he misses that brotherhood. Yeah, I don't want nobody to take it there. I'm not trying to go that way. Okay. How long has she gone not knowing of his hoes to now be honest about his hoe? Well, that's the thing. And that's why I said, if you go back to last week's episode of review from last week, at this point, girl, I don't care. Because if you're not going to leave him, stop talking about it. Let that man cheat in peace. This cannot be your storyline every season because I don't care anymore. I don't care what Glenn got going on. I don't care if Glenn got a whole harem. I don't care if Glenn got a woman along every stop of the Mississippi River when he out there on the riverboat doing his job. I don't care if he got a woman at every rest stop. I don't care anymore. You know why I don't care anymore? Because you're not going to leave him. You're not going anywhere. So why is it a conversation? Let that man cheat in peace. If you're not going to leave, let that man cheat in peace. Because I don't care no more. I barely cared in the beginning. But I really don't care now. Glenn can't go those pay-to-play trips to Columbia. Ooh. Ooh. Mm. Right, and find you some peace. Yes, Missy. So let me say this too. Let me get this out the way. Not get this out the way, but let me go. So we are at Selena's birthday party. First of all, I love how Selena had everybody wear black and she wore red. I love it. When I did the anniversary party for my parents, I started to do that for my parents. Where I started to ask everybody to wear black and white, and then I was going to give my mom a red dress. So she would be the only one in red, and then of course my father would have the red, cummerbund and bow tie and all that stuff, handkerchief and stuff. But when we went to go shop for my mom's dress, it wasn't as easy as let's find a red dress. You know what I'm saying? So I think we ended up finding like a gold dress. And so at that point, I was like, forget it, you know. But I'd love that idea of everybody else in black. And she came in there. Somebody said Jessica Rabbit, and she did look like Jessica Rabbit. But she looked gorgeous. I mean, she looked gorgeous. Selena, you did that. You did that. It looked like a nice party. It was a nice venue. It was full. It was plenty of people there. It was a real party. It wasn't something for the cameras. It wasn't something they made up to film. This was a real event, and everybody looked nice. Like everybody showed up and showed out, right? I know this is a reality show 101, so I get it. So don't nobody say, really, do you know it's a reality show? I know. But why are we talking about Leticia and Latrice? We had a whole birthday party for this woman who is a grandmama who looked good. She engaged. She, she had some tragedy happen and she has come out on the other side of it. Why are we talking about Leticia and Latrice? And again, before y'all get into it, I know it's a reality show, so I know why we are talking about it. But girl, I don't care. And I really feel like Latrice is it's really, really, really trying to keep it cute. Latrice is really, really, really trying to keep it cute, in my opinion. So we go through the whole party. Y'all know, yeah, everybody's dancing, wah. And when it's over with, can we have a side conversation about Tish middle part with? Listen, we have talked for years about Leticia and them wigs. We ain't a bit more gonna get a better wig out of Leticia than we gonna get them finger waves out of Miss Monroe's hair. It just is what it is. We just gonna have to accept it for what it is. Her and them wigs, the money she spent on that damn BMW, she could have spent on a wig. Okay, hold on. You know what I'm saying? She could have spent that on a wig, but we're gonna move on. Kim, you put Kim in the corner. Kim, go to the corner. So when the party is, when we're at the end of the party or whatever, what's her face says, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I just had it. It was on the tip of my tongue. Damn it. Oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. I hate y'all when I can't remember the name. It was on the tip of my tongue. Ah! Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know why I can't remember her name. Anyway, the birthday girl. Damn, why I can't remember her name. The birthday girl says, look, y'all know what I want for my birthday. I want y'all to make up. I want let's go outside, and I want Leticia and Latrice to talk. I want y'all to work this out. I want y'all to talk it out. Selena, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember her name. I can remember everybody else's name but Selena. I'm not mad at Selena. One, because it is a reality show, so we got to have a moment. But I like how she did it. She made it make sense, right? She said, look, y'all know what y'all can give me for my birthday. I want this to be good. I want the collective to just be good. I want us to be able to be around each other without the tension. Can we go outside and try to clear the air so we can move forward? I like how she did it because she made it make sense. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, we know they're going to talk about it. We know this is going to be a storyline until whatever. But I like that she made it make sense. So the ladies go outside. And it turns into a whole argument. And that's when Latrice lets it be known, look, no, man, you can't be cool because you out here calling my ex-employees trying to get dirt on me. You not trying to be cool with me. You are fake. And I can't do this with you. Baby, why Leticia talking about some, what? What? What do you mean? Baby, Latrice called her a bitch. She said, bitch. I said, uh-oh. Y'all know when the B word dropped, it'd be a whole different conversation. I said, uh-oh. I said, oh boy. Uh-oh. And that's where the episode ended, with them outside tussling, child. Listen. Now, Carlos said we're going to get more episodes this season, but I don't want more episodes of this. That B came from, it came from the depths. Yeah, it came from the bottom, baby. I don't want, this is what we don't want more weeks of this, Carlos King. Hey, Carlos, we don't want this, because honestly, I am over the Latrice Leticia of it all. They need to sit down and just agree to move on and clear the air, honestly. But Leticia, I do believe that you reached out to these people, which is making the situation worse. I believe that. Right, I knew it was somebody else. Thank you, little baby. It was them. Remember Willie and them DMs? Remember when they tried to make it seem like Willie was cheating on Akeisha? I knew it was somebody else. I couldn't remember. Thank you, little baby. Thank you. So I don't know where the rest of this season goes, but I don't want this. Oh, I believe Latrice can fight. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. I'm sorry, I just got a message. Okay. I miss Akeisha, So Gucci, Sophia, and Shante. I miss Akeisha. I miss So Gucci, and I miss So Gucci's husband. I miss Gosh Darn It. I miss Gosh Darn It. I do. I miss him. I miss Gosh Darn It. And I just feel like they did such a disservice with that storyline, because instead of trying to tear that family apart, they could have done a really great storyline with how blended families work things out. The fact that they tried to make it seem like that man didn't show up for his daughter's baby shower, like as if he didn't do anything for her and he wasn't there for her, when come to find out, they knew he wasn't coming to the baby shower because he had something else he had to do, but he had bought her a whole car because that was her second baby. And so he bought her a whole, like a truck so she could comfortably move her kids around. And then when his mother passed away, he gave his daughters his mother's house. So like, I hate that they made it seem like this family was just so fractured and that he was so not a part of their life. And it just I hated that. When you got this black man out here that, number one, had custody of his kids. No disrespect to you, Selena, but he raised those girls. And then make it seem like he wasn't there for them or he wasn't doing for them, when he was doing more than the average person does. You buying cars, you giving them houses. Like, I didn't like that. Willie has lost a lot of weight in cohort. I knew he was losing weight. Yeah. And they've released a book. Him and Akeisha came out with a book about their infertility issues when they were trying to have their kids. They wrote a book about it. So yeah, it's like, I just didn't like that. I felt like you could talk about how hard it is to blend families and some of the problems with it. Like, I'm not saying everything was easy, but I just feel like if you follow them on social media, you see they're in a really good space right now. They spend the holidays together. They doing TikTok videos together. Gosh darn it, he got them grandbabies with him all the time. They traveling. They're living their best life. Like, it just, and it looks like they're building a new house. I'm not sure for certain if that's a house he's building for them or if that's just a house that they're building. But I just when you found out the real story, you're like, damn, that's really fucked up what they was trying to do. So Gucci messed that up, in my opinion. Big Willie ain't big no more. Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight. And again, I'm not saying that he's perfect. I'm not saying So Gucci's perfect. I'm not saying Selena's perfect. But what I am saying is, because I do feel like Selena and So Gucci got some shit with them. I do. And I feel like it's probably going on for a long time. And it's probably rooted deep, you know? So that I believe. That I 100% believe. But I hate the way it made it seem like that he chose a side and he left his kids. That's the part I don't like. And that's why I'm saying we could have explored the conflict without making it seem like he just abandoned those girls. Because that's the part I didn't like. Carlos is only interested in telling damaging stories, but rebuilding relationships. I think you mean not rebuilding relationships. No, the girls had an issue with So Gucci. Listen, I'm not saying that there weren't real issues there. I'm saying I feel like, why didn't we see that part? Why didn't we see the good stuff? Why did you let us believe that he just skipped? Because the way they made it seem like was he didn't go to his daughter's baby shower because he was choosing So Gucci over his daughter. That is the way it was produced. That's the way it was shown. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that the family doesn't have issues and that they didn't have things they needed to work through. I'm not saying that at all. But why are you making us feel like he skipped his daughter's baby shower because he was choosing So Gucci and he didn't want to be there? Because that's not what happened. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that when he bought that girl a whole car, why didn't we mention that? Why didn't y'all say, well, you know, your dad's working today, but da-da-da-da-da, this is what he got you. Like, I just didn't like the fact that we were, as the viewers, were left to feel like he chose So Gucci over his daughters. Do they have issues? Yes. Yes, they do. And let's be clear. So Gucci and their mama had a physical altercation. Of course, they're going to choose their mother's side. Of course, they're going to choose their mother's side. It didn't matter who was right and who was wrong. They're going to ride with their mama just like I would ride with mine. But I don't know. Again, I just felt like they could have handled that better. But it's reality TV, child. It is what it is. All right, real quick before we head over to the tribe meeting. Y'all know we going on this cruise. Y'all gonna hear about this cruise until March the 16th when the prices are unlocked. Now, you can still book after March the 16th. I just can't guarantee these prices. Get your deposit. It's $200. Okay? We are going on this cruise next February. It is Valentine's Day / Super Bowl weekend. So listen, if you and your boo want to come and celebrate Valentine's Day on the ship, do your thing. If you want to watch the Super Bowl, we had a good time for the first half of the game watching the Super Bowl, you know, because baby, listen, after the Bonito Bowl, everybody kind of did their own thing. But we had a good time. The prices are reasonable, very, very reasonable, you guys. We're starting off at $892 for an interior room. The deposit is $200. By the time you pay your deposit, shoot, you don't have a $600 to come up with between now and November. The final payment is not due till November. I'll be gone till November. Yeah. So we have the ocean view that gives you the picture outside, and then you have your balcony, which is $1386. Again, those are really good. Now that's double occupancy. For single occupancy, the prices are a little bit cheaper. So when you call in, you tell them you're going by yourself, and they'll give you the price for single occupancy. But again, that's double occupancy. You split that number in half if you got you a roommate. If it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, your cousin, your auntie, your mama, your daddy, whoever, split it in half. So when you're ready to book, go ahead and call that number, that 800-465-3595. And you give them that group number, and the group name is Tribe Bowl 2.0. And baby, I can't wait to see y'all. Quake is coming. We got some new people that didn't go on the last cruise. We got a few people that had booked that weren't on the last cruise. Ravine said, I'm still trying to decide who I'm bringing. If I'm bringing Sand or Good Judy. Listen, I feel you, Raven. If you bring a sand or you gonna bring you a good Judy, honey. I know. Listen, can I tell y'all a secret? Cruiser ain't in here. I'm gonna tell y'all though. I'm gonna tell y'all this little secret. Hey, Quake, Raven, come here. Come here. Now, Quake, I don't know your marital status, so I don't mean no disrespect. But listen. Cruiser has been inviting some of her single men's friends, and she's trying to get them to come on this ship with us. Now, they ain't booked yet, but I'll keep y'all posted. Okay. Cruiser, she got a crew down there where she lived that, that she does parties with and stuff like that. She invited some of her single male friends. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. She trying to get them to get on this ship, honey. Mm-hmm. You single, Quake? Okay, so you need to hear that too. She trying now. I can't control whether the people get on the ship or not, but she inviting some. I invited a few of my single friends too. Now ain't nobody. I'll keep y'all posted on who them booked, but I invited a few of my single friends. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Come on over. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I will talk to y'all. Any single male to male. Yeah. Listen, Kim, let me tell you something. And Raven, you can confirm this. You could just put a 1 in the chat, honey. Tracy right there, she can confirm it too. Let me say this. We had more male to male situationships going on that cruise than we had hetero situationships going. Am I lying, Tracy, Raven? Am I telling a lie? Am I telling a lie? We had a whole lot of male to male single folk in our group. Off the top, we had 4 I could think of off the top of my head. Sure did. Lord Tracy is trying to get in that pinnacle. Let me get off of here. Y'all, we are heading right on over to ReallyBTV. The chat is going to automatically go. Give me a minute to get over there and get logged in. But y'all head on over there, child. And I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Y'all, come on over.